Hey, busy crafters. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Jessica, and I pray that you guys had a wonderful new year, and I pray that the Lord blesses you guys with a wonderful and joyful 2026. So now we're going to get back into the swing of things. So here is project number 1. Okay, so this one right here, I've really started liking junk journaling. And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what I made. So I made a ton of these so I have backups whenever I want to start junk journaling. These are small little booklets that you can use for actual journaling. Now this is a 4 by 6.5, I believe. It was paused there. And I take one of the pages out and I just fold it in half. And then I take 7 pieces of regular paper and I start measuring it out there. And I make sure that I put a little clip on it to be sure that it is going to stay together. And so I cut off those little edges right there because we're not going to use them. Now here you can throw them away or you could scrap them for later projects. It's on you. I believe I threw mine away. I'm not sure. I have a bunch of scrap paper laying around here. So now I just go ahead and cut everything out. And then I realized that I cut it out a little too long. So I cut it down a little bit because I did not want it to go from the top to the bottom in the booklet. I wanted it to be a little bit shorter than the booklet itself. And then, of course, when you fold it over, it is going to stick out the booklet a little bit. And I just go ahead and put 2 staples in there. And yeah, there we go. And then I fold it back over. I take it and I just trim off the excess. And now we have the little booklet. So here is where you get to have fun and decorate it. I decorated up the first one. I do put a little spine on there because the staple's in the back. I didn't want it to cut out. You could put this in a pocket. You could put this, directly onto the page. And now you have a little journaling spot. I like to write down my feelings. I like to write down what I'm going through, whether it's good, bad, everything. I like to just let it out on the paper. It's helped me to communicate a little bit better by writing it down. And then there you go. Here is the final product of that one. Now the first one I did decorate up and I think it turned out absolutely amazing, if I would say myself. But I'd like to know your thoughts on this. And here I am opening it up and then there's 14 pages of journaling spots that you could write your thoughts down or anything like that. And so this paper is of different maps. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so now on to project number 2. Now this one, sorry, getting a little dry there. This one is also a little journaling spot. It's in the side, it looks like a tag. But this one is also a little bit different. We only use 1 piece of paper. So here I take it, and these are a 6 by 6, and they're the small ones. And all you do is you take a page that you want, and then you just fold it in half long ways. Yeah. And then you take scissors, and you just snip off, boom, and boom, right there. You snip it off, and then you take a hole punch. I had to buy a single hole punch. I had a 3-hole punch and I have a 10-hole punch. Never had a single. So now I have a single hole punch. And then I take these little round pieces that I cut off on my Cricut. I put a little bit of the washable clear glue around it. No one's going to wash paper. I mean, you might, but that's on you. And we'll kind of look at you a little funny. Okay, moving on. Okay, so I go ahead and I take this long piece of paper from a little notepad and I go 5 down and then I just do the 2 sides and the bottom. And then guess what? Not only is it a journaling spot, but now it's a pocket. And that piece of paper was way too wide. So now it's a pocket and it looks like a tag. And I decorated up the first one. And then there you go. And then you have a pocket. So let me know what you think about these ones. Is this something that you're going to try? And yeah, so I've been having fun. And now I have a nice little stash for when I could junk journal, which will be coming up soon for the calendar girls. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do some junk journaling. And you could decorate that side. You could have a writing spot. And then you have a pocket for whatever you like. Yeah. turns out pretty cool. I want to take a moment to thank every single one of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys are truly the best in the world, and I appreciate every single one of you. And may God bless every single one of you. And yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me, and I just can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you guys. Okay, so now on to project number 3. And now this one, it's pretty easy. This is multiple different pages. This one's pretty cool. So it just takes 3 envelopes, and that's what we did here. I left them all blank so that way I can decorate them up as soon as I see them. But I just take 3 envelopes and I glue that down. My throat's getting dry. I just glued the flaps to each other, and then the last one, I glued the last flap to it, but I do not glue the very last flap. So I glue it to there, and we still have a flap, and then we have like a booklet with pockets. Now, what's great about this is you could decorate them up, and that's why they're not all decorated, but you take that flap, you glue it, and then you put it onto a page, and now you have an extra page. I put some little note things in there so I could write down whatever I need to write down. There's pockets. I also made sure that there was a pocket on the back at the top, and then there's that one. So this is how I decorated this one. This one, the way I decorated it, I'm not too fond of it, but it's okay. I could do better, but here we are. There's writing spots there. There is the little pocket right there for the envelope. And then you could decorate or put stuff down on the other side right there. And then you turn it over and there's more pockets. And then the very last one, there is a pocket at the top as well as a pocket from the side. And yeah, like I said, I really like pockets. Pockets are amazing. Even my purse has a lot of pockets. And then you just take that little flap, you glue it down to a page, and then you have an interactive page for your page. So let me know what you guys think about this one. Now, these are really easy projects, so let me know what you think. Okay, so now on to project number 4. See how we're just flying through this? Okay, so here is one. Now I have brads coming. I already decorated this one up. Those pockets are very tiny, so they're good for like little tiny things. They're kind of tight, but it is what it is. And then there's pockets and a lot more pockets within this little tiny envelope looking thing. So how we made this one is we take a 12 by 12, which is right here, 12 by 12, and then we just fold it in half. So we take a sheet that we like, and I picked this pretty little purple one. I already cut in half, but you just fold it and then you cut it. And then you have that long piece. So then you just take it, you go up, not halfway, and then when you fold the top one down, blah, 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 when you fold the top one down, you don't go all the way down to it either. And that way you have some room to put your pockets in. So I chose this paper as a backup because it has a little bit of purple. Has a little bit of purple in it, but it's also got a lot of green in it, and it just goes, it's from the same pack. So here we're just going to put a small pocket on the bottom, and then this one, when I close it up, I did mess up on it, but we fixed it. I kept it in there because I'm human, I'm not perfect. Jesus is the only one who's perfect, and perfect left the world when Jesus was crucified. But the good news is he is coming back, so we get to have a perfect life with him. So now, here we are, we're going to fold it over, and then I'm going to, I think that piece was too big, and I like that one. No, I don't think it was too big. Yeah. So then I just go ahead and I fold it in half. And here we're doing, so the bottom is just one long pocket, and then here we're going to do 2 smaller pockets instead of 1 long pocket. And that's what we're doing. So we're going to down both sides across the bottom and then down the middle, leaving the top exposed without glue. And then there you go. Now here's where I mess up. I'm like, oh, look at it. Yeah. Now I used Velcro dots. I do have brads coming so that you can have the brads that move. That's where I messed up. I put it down on the inside and then realized, oh my goodness, are you serious? So unfortunately, I had to rip it up and rip the paper a little bit. And instead of throwing the whole project away, the point of junk journaling is making sure you don't have to throw away stuff, that you can use it in your thing. So I put it there, and I'm like, okay, well, there's a big splotch there. I grabbed this little flower, this little pink flower, and I just put it there. And that's one thing good about junk journaling and making things for your junk journal, is that if you mess up, people might think that that's what it is. That's how it's supposed to be. So then I take this little button, and this button is cute because it looks like a Roman numeral clock. And I clip off the backing, and I hot glue it down. And then there you go. Now you have a Velcroed or a Bradder in there. So that one that's open right now, those are side pockets. So you could decorate this up any way you want to. You don't have to do pockets if you don't want to. You could do something totally different. Again, I like pockets. And so that's the one that I decorated up. And that's what it looks like. So there's multiple pockets in there. Like a lot. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 pockets in that one. And then there's 3 pockets in this one. And then you leave it blank. Well, I left this one blank, so that way later on I'm like, oh, this will look good with this one because it's going on that. So that's where the brads are going to go. I'm still waiting for them on Amazon to come. Now they're being delayed until the 8th, I think, or the 9th, somewhere in there. But that's how you could add a little bit more character, as well as a lot more pockets and even writing space in your junk journal. So let me know what you guys think about this one. So the point is, on to project number 5, is we have that 12 by 12 cut in half. And then now we have these kind of pockets. So these ones are also very amazing. So we use that purple one. There we go. We're going to use the scrap on this project, and then we're going to use the scrap again on another project. So nothing's going to waste. Nothing's going into the trash or recycling bin or anything like that. Everything is being used. Now, I used to do cards before I had a YouTube channel. I did do cards a lot. So I have a lot of scrap paper coming out of my ears. So here I decided to just cut it down for a little bit. Cut it down a little bit. And now I'm taking some more scrap paper that I have, and I decided that the words looked really good up against that light purple. And that's what I'm doing here. So now I am taking it, and we're doing the side, the whole bottom area, well, the other side, and then the bottom or the side. So it's all sides. And then now we have a side pocket for there. And then I'm taking these words so the first set of words are typed, and now this one is handwritten, and I am cutting it down to size. And then we are going to go ahead and be like, that's where I want it. And then we're going to cut it down. And then I see that there is like little pictures on the back that I'm probably going to cut out and use for a separate project and do something different, probably decorate with those. And then again, we're just going to go down one side, and then the 2 sides are down, and then we're going to tack it down or glue it down. And then now we have another little pocket. So then I just take some washi tape, and I make a little spine on it just to give it a little bit of oomph. And then trim it down, and then you can decorate it up the way that you want to. I haven't decorated all of them up because I want to see the page that I think that it'll go to when I actually start journaling. And so you see, you can put it there, you can put it in the beginning, you can put it anywhere. Yeah, so then there's all of those ones made. So now let me know what you think about this one. And the first one on top, I have already decorated up a little bit just because I want to have a little bit of fun. And then I'm showing the pockets there and the pocket there, and then yeah, so I made a whole bunch of them so that way I have them when I need them and I don't have to worry about making them. They're already made. And so let me know what you think about this one. So go ahead and follow me on all of my social medias. Also check out my Etsy shop. I am posting digital junk journal stuff, so go ahead and check that out as well. Okay, so now on to project number 6. Now this one is also using the scrap from that purple page. As you can see right there, there's that, and then there's that one. We're going to use this one. So what we're going to do here is, you see that nothing's decorated up yet, and that's fine. So I take a piece of paper from a notepad, and I decide to cut off that the colorful part up there that says notes, and then I measure it out to where I want it. And then this is going to be like a little postcard type thing that you can journal on. And so this one, I decided we're going to do a side pocket. That's right. I know, guys, I like pockets and I like to write. So now you have an area where you can write down things. I have to trim it off a little bit because I kind of like things uniform. So junk journaling is just really crazy to me because it's adding different textures and different colors and different patterns to something. So here I am decorating this up, and I just found these. I actually got those little stickers for 74 cents at Hobby Lobby. They were on the discount rack. And now I am going to decorate up the front. So I take that out. I actually got that cut out from the previous video from the Calendar Girls, and I place it down, and then I take that says, I forgot what it says, and I just packed away all my stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But it's really cute. I think I bring it up to the camera so that you can see it better. At least I hope I do. Yeah, I do. But there you go. What does it say? Oh, be passionate with all of your heart. And it's true. Be passionate. Whatever you're passionate about, put your whole heart into it. Don't sell yourself short. Be passionate. If you're passionate about writing, put your whole heart into it. If you're passionate about crafting, put your whole heart into it. If you're passionate about anything, just put your whole heart into it. As long as it follows Jesus' guidelines and his commandments. Just saying. Okay, so now on to project number 7. Okay, and this is our last one. And this one is a fun one, and it's an easy one, so don't blink because you might miss it. I decorated this up so you have a little pocket in the front. You have 2 pockets in the front, actually. So what we do is we take another 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And these papers came from Hobby Lobby. So we take that sheet. We just go ahead and we don't do halfway. We just go up maybe a quarter of the way, 2/4. I don't know. Whatever you think looks good. But you don't go all the way up. You don't go halfway and you don't go all the way up. And so we just go ahead and tack it down, and then we do the side, the whole bottom, the other side, and the middle. And then we place it down, and there you go. And then you open it up and you have pockets like that. And then you can decorate up the way you want it. You can even put it in between 2 sheets if you're putting together. You can even put it in between. So if you have like a stack of paper, you can put it in between, and it's just different textures and different sizes of paper. I decorated this one up already. That bird you could write on the back, and then just cute little things, article from an old newspaper, and then the travel plans. So that is what we did here. So the theme to my junk journal is traveling, pretty much, and that's what we do. And then you could either decorate there or you have more journaling spots and with pockets. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about this one. And is there anything that you like? Is there anything that you don't like? Is there anything that you would do different? If you would do the same, let me know in the comments. I do get back to the comments, and I do love hearing from you guys. So there is the project number 7. So now we get to do the final review of everything together, all 7 projects, ready and locked and loaded and ready to go for junk journaling. So there we have the last project that we did, number 7. Just a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, folded up just a little tiny bit to make pockets, and then decorated up however you want. And then we have more pockets right there, and you could glue those down to a sheet or make a little seam and make it to where you can flip it. There's the envelope ones where you have 3 sheets in there that you could decorate up or write on, with a lot of pockets, a whole bunch of pockets. And then we have, oh, the envelope pockets that you made out of a 12 by 12 cut in half. So it's basically a 6 by 6. Well, no, it's not a 6 by 6. It's 6 by 12. There. Anyways, and then we have that one who has a side pocket and a writing place that you could put in another pocket as well. Like I said, lots of pockets. This is the pocket one. And then, yeah, I'm trying to struggle there. It's really hard when you only got one hand because your other hand is holding the camera. But right there you can see the pocket, and it's pretty easy to get stuff in and out of there. And then we have, oh, the tickets, the tags, the tag pockets, all decorated up all nicely. And then you have the top pocket as well as a journal spot. And don't mind my wrist, my watch has not been very friendly to me. Yep. Yeah, it's a Fitbit, so you have to wear it to bed and everything like that. And being in perimenopause, yeah, you're going through hot flashes, and yeah, so my wrist was apparently sweating while my watch was on it, so I had to take my watch off for a little bit. Okay, so then now on to this one, where is our 14-page journaling thing, little booklet that you could glue down to a page, or you could put into a pocket. That way you can take it out whenever you want to, or whatever you want to do. So let me know what you think of these projects. I do look forward to hearing your guys' comments and in the comments down below. I appreciate that. So if you haven't already, please like this video, share this video with your friends to get it out. It'll really help my YouTube channel, as well as comment. I do get back to the comments, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out and it's free to you. And yeah, please. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on this video. I appreciate you watching this video, and I appreciate you commenting on this video. And I just appreciate you guys. I am in the year of appreciation. So until I see you on the next one, may God bless every single one of you guys. Bye.